What's up, family? Man, I want to have a real heart-to-heart with you guys today. This is going to be sensitive for some of you, you know what I mean? And some of you, man, because your ego, you're going to get triggered, you know what I mean? And you're going to think that I'm talking about you specifically. I don't know you guys. Man, it's just a message from God, just a message from source, from the universe, you know what I mean? From the Most High. Man, we have to grow up. We have to grow up. You know, and it's a trip because one of the things that I struggled with, you know, for the longest time, and from time to time, I still find myself struggling with it. You know, I catch myself going back. You know, it's like, come on now, come on now, come on. Don't get stuck on stupid again. You know what I mean? We done been down this path before. You done did this before. How many times you going to do this? You know what I mean? And sometimes it'll seem like so God don't hear your prayers. God's not answering you. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about a couple different things, but I promise you, stay with me. It's going to all make sense, and it's all going to flow. Okay? It's all going to flow. It's a trip because sometimes it seems as though God's not answering our prayers. It seems as though God don't give a fuck about us no more. You know what I mean? And we praying and crying and crying and crying, and God's not answering. God's like, God's quiet on the set. You know what I mean? It's as though he don't care. You could cry as much as you want to. You could plead and beg as much as you want to, and God ain't gonna respond. He ain't. It is what it is. Grow up. You know what I mean? Grow up. And it's not that he's mad at you. It's not that you're cursed. See, those are some of the ego trips that my mind was playing with me. My ego was playing with me. God don't like you. God don't love you. God hates you. You're cursed. You know? And so you start believing that after a while. It's like, damn, nobody likes me. Nobody loves me. And do. God don't even like me, right? Stay with me. And it's not even that. It's not even that. It's the simple fact that so God's already told you something. God's already showed you something. But your horror-headed, raggedy ass keep fucking up. You know what I mean? And then just I'm put it this way. I kept fucking up. That was my thing. Maybe you ain't like me. You know, you perfect, and you got everything figured out, and you connected to source, and you do everything you supposed to do. Now, ain't near none of us. You know what I mean? That ain't none of us. Every one of us fuck up. Every one of us make mistakes because that's what we do. Because we're human nature. We're humans. You know what I mean? Because ain't none of us perfect. And I hear so many people talking about, man, source told me this and da. It's like, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Shut the fuck up. You sit your ass down somewhere and stay in your lane. Remember who you are. You ain't there yet. You know what I mean? And so God had to show me, was like, Elijah, come on now, bro. Come on now. I've already told your ignorant ass to stop doing woo-do. Your dumb ass keep doing this. Okay, fuck you. This is what you want to do, so be it. I'm washing my hands. I'm going to let your ass find out the hard way. I'm going to let your ass find out the hard way that fat meat is greasy. I'm going to let you find out the hard way. You keep putting your hand in that fucking socket if you want to. When your ass gets shocked and be laid the fuck out, don't start screaming and crying to me, why? Because I told your ass not to go over there. I told your ass not to do that. But you want to be fucking hard-headed. You want to act like you know every fucking thing. So now you're going to find out the hard way. And don't come running and crying back to me, talking about life's not fair, and this person's mistreated me, and this person did that. No, it ain't none of that. I told you specifically to shut the fuck up. I told you specifically to leave that motherfucker alone. I told you specifically not to go fuck with that girl. I told you specifically to keep your mouth shut and stop running off at the mouth on your fucking job. I told you specifically to stop wasting your fucking money. Stop trying to floss and flex and act like you all that. I told you specifically, don't go buy that fucking bag. I told you specifically whatever he told you. But for some reason, man, that's not God talking to us then. You know what I mean? When God is telling us to shut the fuck up and mind our own fucking business. When God is telling us to shut the fuck up and bite our fucking tongue. See, because God knows everything. We get in our feelings and I'm going to tell this motherfucker something and I need to tell him da-da-da and I need to tell her da-da-da and get this shit straight, get this shit off my chest. Okay, keep fucking up. Keep fucking up because that's all you're doing. You fuck it up. And what's going to happen is God's going to go quiet on the set. You got everything figured out. You don't need me. Fuck you. Oh, you know everything, Elijah. You don't need me. Remember when I told you to shut the fuck up? Remember when I told you not to say this? Remember when I told you not to do this and you did it any fucking way? I told you to leave that fucking raggedy ass nappy head girl alone and you want to keep fucking with her ass. Okay, handle it. You got it all figured out. Handle it. Don't come crying and whining to me now about how fucked up she is. Don't come whining and crying to me now how he dogged you up and how abusive he is and woo-doo-doo. I told you to leave that motherfucker alone. But because you think you know every fucking thing, go for broke. Handle it. And sometimes God says that in silence. A lot of times God says that in silence. When God goes silent. When God goes silent, man, you in for a rude awakening. You know what I mean? When God goes silent on the set, man, ain't no more talking. You know what I mean? When God just goes silent, man, he's done already told you as multiple times, shut the fuck up, leave that alone, and not to do this or go do this, and you didn't want to listen. When God goes silent, you're going to have a breaking point coming. You know what I mean? When God goes silent, he's about to teach you a valuable motherfucking lesson. You know what I mean? It is what it is. This is grown folk talk. This is real shit. When God goes silent, it don't matter how much you pray, how much you cry, and all that other fast and when God goes silent, some shit about to pop off. When God goes silent, you about to be humbled. When God goes silent, you about to fall on your motherfucking knees, lay prone position, crying, screaming, whatever the fuck you do. But God is about to humble your ass when God goes silent. Because he's told you what to do and what not to do. And you didn't think that applied to you. And so he's going to have to show you, and what he's about to show you is, okay, motherfucker, you got this figured out? Handle it. Don't come to me when you get hurt. Don't come to me when you get disappointed. Don't come to me when they dog you the fuck out. Don't come to me when they use and abuse your ass and then throw you away like fucking used toilet paper. Don't come to me then. You're going to have to learn. You're going to have to learn. And I'm going to let you go, and everything's going to look like it's going good for you. Everything's going to look like it's working out for you. It's ultimately going to work out for you, but not the way your ass think. Because God told you not to do the shit you did. God told you to shut the fuck up and you didn't. God told you to say some shit and you didn't. So you're going to learn some shit today. You know what I mean? That's what God is saying. Man, because he's had to learn. He's had to learn my ass, you know. And the old folks used to say this, okay, Elijah, a hard head make a soft ass. We're going to learn you today. And that's what they used to tell me. You Billy Badass. You're going to do what you want to do. You have no concern of authority whatsoever. You fear no authority. You don't give a fuck about what somebody else say and do, blah, blah. You're going to do what you want to do, Elijah. Okay. You're going to learn today. We're going to learn you today. And so what happens is, man, we go through some shit and everything's looking like it's good. We jump in this relationship. We get on this job. We do whatever we do. And everything's going smooth. Everything's good. Then all of a sudden, the shit just change. It changes. And it seems like it changes overnight. Like it's a drastic, man, this motherfucker wasn't like that. This motherfucker just came out of nowhere and just did it. Nah. It was always like that. Your ass wasn't paying a fucking attention. Because God told you multiple times not to do what you did. God told you multiple times to leave the motherfucker alone. Because God always knew that they was like this. God always knew that this was about to pop off. But your ass didn't want to listen. Your ass didn't want to heed the signs. Your ass didn't want to pay attention to the warning signs. Your ass didn't want to listen to God. So now you about to go through whatever it is you about to go through. You about to be broke. You about to be humbled. Why? Not because God don't love you. And see, a lot of times our ego and the devil will make us believe God don't love us. God's not answering me. God's not talking to me. I can't hear the voice of God. You can't hear the voice of God because you've ignored the voice of God for so long. And God's like, all right, motherfucker, I'm tired of talking to myself. You don't want to hear me? You don't want to listen? Fuck you. Do you? God always hears you. But there comes a time where he's like, okay, fuck you. Do it. You want her? You want him? I've told you that. Nah, I've told you to leave them alone. But you don't want to listen. Okay, go right ahead. Do what you want to do. Do you? Why? Because God's not going to force you to do anything you don't want to do. God's not going to force you to do something you don't want to do. He's not. And there's always a teachable lesson. There's always a lesson in everything that happens. Everything that happens. There's always a lesson you're going to learn. And some lessons are going to cost you a lot. It is what it is. Some lessons are going to break your motherfucking heart. Some lessons are going to crumble you. Some lessons are going to have you snotting and crying and losing weight and just suicidal, depressed, and every fucking thing. Some lessons are going to fuck you up. They're going to fuck you up. But they're also going to be life-changing for you. Because you're going to learn that motherfucking lesson. And you won't keep making those dumbass fucking decisions. So it's always working out for you. Just not the way you think it's going to work out for you. And so sometimes it seems as though God don't care about you. He cares. You just don't want to listen. And sometimes, because I'm going to speak for me. Some of us, because the nature of our heart and the mission that we're on, you know, man, we have like a bleeding heart. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. Know what I mean? We have a loving, compassionate, giving heart. And we're here as healers. We're here to help people heal. Naturally. That's just us. That's just us. And so what happens is this type of person, the healers, people that are natural healers, and everybody calls themselves healers, you know what I mean? Everybody said they're stars here, chosen one, child of God, blah, blah, blah. Man, so don't get caught up on the fucking titles. But if you know that you really a healer, and you're not just claiming this because I'm spiritual and I'm wearing my crystals and all this other bullshit, you know what I mean? I talk to Source, I talk to God, and I talk to the Most High, and da-da-da-da. Okay. You know what I mean? You know that you're a healer. You know that you help people heal naturally. You know that you speak life into people. You know that you're a beacon of hope and love. What happens for a lot of us, the great majority of us, if not all of us, we attract damaged people. We attract broken people. We attract fucked up people. We attract narcissists. We attract manipulators. We attract people that are fucked up. We do. That's who we attract the most in our relationships. We attract damaged people. And it's a trip because there's two different things going on. You know, two total different dynamics going on. See, that person, and just from my experience, a lot of the women that I've gotten with, you know, man, they thought that they were, man, I'm da-da-da because I attracted this type of person. I attracted you, so I must be healed. I must be this because you're a life coach and you're a mentor and you're here and you're da-da-da and you're da-da-da. And so they automatically assume that they're further along in their journey than where they're at. They automatically assume that they're more connected to Source than what they really are. They automatically assume that they're healed in every aspect of their life. That they're all that now. And it's a trip because I sit back and I see it in 99.9% of every one of my fucking relationships. Every woman that I've ever gotten with, every single one. You know what I mean? We got together, and all of a sudden, her mind, her ego blew the fuck up. She was all that now. You know what I mean? Stay with. This is not about downing anybody or putting anybody down or disrespecting anybody. I'm just speaking about my life, my experiences. You know what I mean? And so, but these women automatically assume that they're further along in their journey because we're together now. And nothing can be further from the truth because now they don't want to fucking listen. Now they got everything fucking figured out. And what God had showed me about me was, Elijah, you attract damaged people. You attract hurt people. And then you fall in love. You attract damaged, hurt people. And then you fall in love. And then you get mad and you get frustrated because the relationship don't work. And what he had to show me is, Elijah, do you understand how fucking twisted that sounds? Do you understand how fucking twisted that is? You attract hurt people. They stop acting like they hurt. They start acting like they all that. But you know that they were hurt. You know that they were damaged. And you see that they're no longer working on their growth and development. When you got together, oh man, I'm all about growth and development. You see them doing what they do, and you know, they're putting in the work. Then after you've been with them for a minute, you see that they ain't putting in work anymore. They done got very comfortable. They put in the work to get you. They was putting in the work to attract you. And then they stopped. And you're frustrated because they're damaged. You're frustrated because they're broken. You're frustrated because they wilding the fuck out. They were always wilding the fuck out. They were always damaged. They were that way before you met them. How are you going to get frustrated and mad because they're that way? They're comfortable. They're being their true nature. This is who they are. This is where they're at. This is where they're at. And the shit ain't working with you because it wasn't supposed to work with you. You have to understand who the fuck you are and why you attract these type of people. And be able to discern and differentiate between, okay, I know I attract these type of people because I attract these type of people don't mean I got to be in a relationship with these type of people. Because I attract these type of people and people want to be around you don't mean that you got to be around them all the time. Don't mean you got to be in a relationship with them. Don't mean they're the one for you. And see, the trick is, you got your lesson. I had my lessons that I had to learn. They had their lessons that they had to learn. And their lessons, man, I'm not as deep as I thought I was. I'm not as spiritual as I thought I was. I'm not as connected to source as I thought I was. And that's a humbling lesson. That's a humbling process for both parties. Man, I still got issues I got to work on. I'm still messed up. I'm still triggered, and I still haven't resolved this and that. And man, I still got shit I got to work on. Why do I keep choosing people that are broken? I'm damaged. Why do I keep attracting people? Why do I keep getting in relationships with people that become the great pretenders? Why do I keep jumping in relationships with women that see me a certain way and then they stop working on them? They're done. What does that say about me? What does that say about my perception? I'm just being real with you guys. What does that say about me? And so I'm sitting there and I'm contemplating that, and I'm just looking back over that. It's like, damn. Okay. Okay. And here's the trick. One of the things that I had to learn, one of the things that hit me hard was because I'm such a loving person, because I'm such a giving person, that's my natural nature. I'm loving, I'm giving, and I'm pouring out my love to the world. And I want it reciprocated. I just want it reciprocated. And so you start seeing love differently. Stay with me. You start seeing what these people are doing. You start listening to the things that they're saying. And it's like, man. Oh, man, I needed that. I need to feel that. I need to hear that. I needed that. And so they're saying all the right things. And they're pouring back into you. And you think, man, that's the one. We have this connection. They're like me. They think like me. They talk like me. Man, we have so many things in common. But God is saying no. But your issues, your insecurities are saying yes. Your ego is saying yes. But God, source, the Most High, is like, no. And so you're at war. And again, God's not going to make you do anything you don't want to. You want to do that? You want to listen to your ego? Go right ahead. And the ultimate lesson is, I got to stop fucking listening to my fucking ego. You know what I mean? I got to stop listening to my fucking ego. And that's the great majority of us. When God has said something, man, we got to learn to hear the voice of God. And learn the ego, the devil, whatever the fuck you want to call it. God's going to allow you to do all the shit you want to do in that regard. Because you know it's going to fuck you up. And you're going to learn. You're going to learn. You're just going to have to learn the hard way. He told you, and all you had to do is listen. But because you chose to because you chose to be rebellious, because you chose to be hard-headed, because you chose to act like you got this shit all figured out and you got everything on lock. You could do this shit. This is what we do. You know what I mean? Go right ahead. I'm going to sit back and watch your ass crash and burn. I bet you next time you'll pay a fucking attention. I bet you next time you won't be so quick to jump in a relationship like that. I bet you next time you won't be so quick to do that. I bet you next time you won't be so quick to run off at the fucking mouth. And see, this is one of the things that's wrong with social media. You know, motherfuckers get on social media and they can hide behind the fucking camera and shit and say all kind of yak bullshit and act like ain't nobody gonna reach out and touch their ass. And so you get on social media and bully people and say all kind of reckless fucking shit on telephones, whatever, and say all kind of reckless shit and not have to face any physical repercussions. The greatest repercussion you got on social media or on the phone or whatever is getting blocked. But I grew up in the age, man, where motherfuckers beat the fuck out your ass for running off at the fucking mouth. I grew up in the age when motherfuckers put hands on you or slap the shit out your fucking hands for talking reckless. But it's a different generation now. These motherfuckers quick to snitch and ain't got a fucking problem with snitching. They do all the yeah, and they want to do all the Billy Badass shit, but then when you beat the fuck out their ass, now they want to tell. They don't threaten you, did all kind of stupid shit. Now they want to turn the story and play you to be the bad guy. And the same thing that we do when we get in these situations. God told your ass, no, don't hook up with them. You did it anyways. And then it didn't work out. Now you're mad and blaming them. Now you're the fucking victim. God told you not to. But now you want to be the fucking victim. God told you to shut the fuck up. But you wouldn't. And you don't bit off more than you could chew. And now you want to be the fucking victim. You want to act like the innocent one. You want to act like I didn't do nothing wrong and I didn't deserve this and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And God is not giving a fuck about the bullshit you spewing right now. God don't give a fuck. Because what it comes across as, I didn't fucking learn my lesson. Okay. Let me keep your monkey ass in that situation until you learn the fucking lesson. I'm going to keep you going through that situation. Why? Because you got to grow the fuck up. You got to stop being so fucking reckless with your mouth. You got to stop being so fucking horny and trying to fuck everything you can see. You got to stop being so fucking crazy and stupid and just spending and wasting all your fucking money on useless, superficial bullshit. You're going to have to learn the lesson. It is what it is. It is what it is. And sometimes God goes silent. And when he goes silent, man, watch out. You know what I mean? Watch out. Because you got a life-changing experience coming your way. You have a life-altering experience heading directly for you. I know you sitting on cloud 9, you floating in the air, man, everything is just so magical, mystical, it's so beautiful, it's just beyond belief. I can't imagine how great everything is going. As soon as you hit that corner, the rug is going to be pulled from up underneath your fucking feet. As soon as you hit that corner, you're going to hit a fucking brick wall. As soon as you hit that motherfucking corner, or tornadoes coming right around the fucking corner, and it's going to fuck your shit up. It is what it is. And it's coming your way to teach you a fucking lesson. It's not to punish you. God's not in the business of punishing us. That's some Christian bullshit of control. God's not in the business of punishing you. God's in the business of trying to help you grow the fuck up and reach your fucking full potential. So he has to help you learn some lessons. It's not punishment. It's to help you grow. It's to help you evolve. It's to help you change your stinking ass thinking. We have to grow up. Man, I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.